welcome everyone, and thank you for your patience today. I had to set the stream back a couple hours and then a few more minutes, but we are all good here today. All right, so uh, thank you for coming. My name is Trisha, and I am here to craft with you and just generally kind of hang out for the afternoon with our crafting hats on. So today, what we're gonna do, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here today, is we are going to make the Valentine's Day Miniverse, MGA Miniverse items. So there you go, Miniverse, Mini Make It Food. And I think all but one of these are food. So this one, a friend of mine got, and so that's why it was already open. Just trying to give you guys the best view of my workspace here. Okay. So I've got some general junk to get out of the way. So we're going to start, actually, let's just start by unboxing or unballing, in this case, all of these. So this one I know, and the thing with the MGA Miniverse is that most of them are blind bag or blind box, so you don't know what is inside, except for the holiday ones. The holiday ones say what's inside. So for this one, we know based on the picture that it is the candy hearts. And this one we know based on the picture, it is the cookies. And this one is not the other one in this series. The other one in the series was a cake. This one is the roses. So I'm gonna open all of this up. My co-host Pixel is across the couch. If you hear her snoozing over there, she looks like she's getting ready to nap. So first we're gonna open. We've got, oh, I guess this holds the card for the flowers. And here is the card, Sunny Blooms. And that's cute. The tweezers for this one are like a rose gold. But we're not going to need that. So I've got to grab my trash bag over here to put the trash inside of. And I might be going slightly off script with the vase on this. We'll have to see. So opening up, it says just add flowers, and we've got the vase here. So that's the vase. There we go. I'm gonna figure out where my camera is. So we've got the vase. It's kind of blank looking, kind of outdated in style, if you ask me. Just my 2 cents. So we are not going to need that. This says keep cool. So it is, in fact, the resin, which is water, which I'm assuming is going to be a clear resin. And then we have got this one, my friend already opened just to double make sure that it is the roses. So they come in this little folded like they would at the store. And I know that in the directions, it tells you can clip these down. So I've got my scissors and my jewelry clippers handy because those might be better for this than the scissors. I'm just going to kind of unbind these. They're not actually stuck together. They are separate flowers. So if we were to put them in there like this, yeah, they stick up way too far. but I think I may actually use a different vase that I have. So let me, there, got this a little closer to me. I'm going to put this stuff back into the ball. And open up. And this one came with, a lot of them come with a little like plate. And this one came with a little like rosy pink stand for the plate. Whereas I believe the regular ones come with like a just a yellow stand. So they come with that little heart goes in here to make like a cloche. You can kind of see from that angle how it would go. And let's open up the next one. I just saw, I'm going to use my, actually, that one's funky. Let me use my cute heart one. And I have found that because these are like double wrapped, sometimes you need to coax them along. The perforation is not super great. Hence my X-Acto style box knife here. That's where the perforation is. Okay. See, like we're this close and it's still this close and it's still gonna like just start to rip this way into the trash. And then here's the perforation on this one. So I already know that this one is the box of chocolates based on the pictures on the ball. That's gonna just do it for me. Open. Okay. So in here, let's just dump this out. We have got, so this has the utensils pictures on it. So this is going to be the tweezers and the cloche top and a little spreader, I guess. Okay. And to keep cool, this is going to be the resin, which is milk chocolate. And I believe in this is one where it has, instead of like the little candies and you're, you know, like putting them where they need to go and holding them down, I guess it's got a mold. So this is the, oh, this is the box of chocolates, and it's actually like soft velvety. That's so cute. And then in here, we've got something, and then the little like insert where the candies go, which is adorable. Put that there. We've got the table. We've got the instructions. We have got, have a lovely day. The sprinkles, which are like little caviar beads, as the folks would say for the nail art, which I do have more of in my stash. So that might, sun-baked sweets. And this is the mold. Oh, awesome. Okay. So this is a little like silicone mold to make the chocolates. That's awesome because this is gonna go into my resin box. Sweet. Okay, I don't want that. I will say I've got a little bag from something else I bought here that I will be putting this in to before putting it into my resin box. And because it is a little cold today, I may go grab my um I may go grab my heat gun to warm up the resin. See, oh, well, that can go there. So that goes there, and this little cloche top goes there. Adorable. Okay. And lastly, we're going to open up the sugar cookies. And I don't know with the sugar cookies if they are molded, like the chocolates that where you get a mold and you have to make them, or if they are the cookies are already done and you're just basically decorating them. That I'm not sure about. All right, first layer off. Second layer, I'm looking, there we go. Okay. And in case you are wondering, it does say on here that these are for 8 years old and over, 8 plus. And that seemed about right to me. I would not want a kid younger than that to necessarily play with these. The UV resin is pretty easy to work with for like the dexterity of an 8-year-old, but I wouldn't go any younger than this. Okay, so this says Sun-Baked Sweets. So this looks to be okay. So the cookies are already made. The cookies are done. They've got a protective seal on them right now. Made with love. You have the little, oh my gosh, they're like little heart-shaped sprinkles. And is there anything else in here? Oh, nope, that's all that's in the sprinkles. Have a lovely day. These are, oh, cute. Okay, so they're like tiny words. You see hugs, and I see another hugs, and then the red are just like XOXO. The white says cutie. That's cute. Okay, so we've got the heart sprinkles, the word sprinkles. Thank you. Have a lovely day. This is going to be, oh, the little tray to put them on. That's cute. That's okay. So I'm going to point out something super adorable here. They come on a sheet, right? Like that you would bake them on, but then they have a tray that you can present them on. That's adorable. The attention to detail in some of these is really stellarly cute. The tweezers. What else we have? The little cloche. And that's interesting. There's no other utensils in here, but there's that spreader in the chocolates. I would think the spreader would be more useful here. Okay, so this is the glaze or the resin, and it comes with a nozzle top, which is the first time I have gotten one that comes with a nozzle top. Okay, that is everything. Okay, so I've got my trash going over here, and I think what trying to decide what I should start with. I've also got my UV lights, and I'm going to pull both of them out because I'm not sure which one I'm going to want to use. I have got my fire to pop bubbles, and I've also got some alcohol in a spray bottle to also use for bubble popping. And I think so. I have sitting over here a needle, and I might want to use this. It's a blunt tip needle. You can kind of see through it there. I might want to like pull the resin up in here and use the needle to put it in, or the needle, there it goes, it twists in for the chocolates because they go in that little mold. So I'm trying to decide. Where's the little close thing again? Boop. Okay. And I don't generally keep the little tables. Right now, I have all my completed Miniverse items in another bubble, just kind of sitting with my uncompleted sets, because eventually I'm going to get a display cabinet for them. But right now, I haven't decided which one I'm going to get yet. So, okay. Let's let's go ahead and use a randomizer and see what we can what we should do first. Random. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right. No, not that layout. That's good. Okay, so our inputs. We want okay, we want roses, cookies, chocolates. Okay. Spin, spin. Roses. All right. So roses we've got. And the roses are that's chocolates, that's cookies. This is the roses. Yes. Okay. So we've got our resin. Let's just dump it out. Okay. Okay. Put that aside. Let me give y'all some backing music. I do like the night driving. All right. Okay. I don't ever use these because I have, real grown-up tweezers. So let's just set them aside. The instructions are going to tell us for so this has instructions for the cookies and for the roses, because the roses were what is it called? The roses were the ones that were not labeled. So when you went to the store, you knew you were getting cookies, chocolates, or cake, except there were random ones that were the cookies that had the bouquet of roses in there. So they were the chase item. That's the word I was looking for. So they've got the instructions for both on there. So for the bouquet, once you have your bouquet treated or treats prepped, place it under daylight or UV light with a tray. Set the resin for at least 5 minutes or until the resin has hardened. Only check if resin is hardened with the tweezers provided. Bring the bouquet or treat back indoors to cool down before touching it. Okay, so that's the instructions that we get with this. It's very minimal, but it is there. So those are the instructions. We're going to get to going. And I have to decide right now if I'm going to use this. I hate that, that's the one problem with them being a bubble. This is supposed to be relatively straight, and it's not going to be. So that's a difficulty. But it will hold this Sunny Blooms card. Very, very cute, like that. So I'm going to kind of just bend this a little back the other way to straighten it out. That's better. Okay. And I think I'm going to write on this very tiny before I put it in there. So I have to decide if I'm going to do a different box. So let me put y'all on, I'll be right back, and I will dig out the vase. Okay, sorry about that. I have returned. Okay, my camera got a little jacked in the process of digging out this stuff. So let me fix that. Okay, that's better. So I have these other vases that are not as big. These are the ones I have. That are not as big as this one. They're about half the size, actually. But I need to decide if I'm going to use them instead. So if I grab my scissors and I use this one, I'm gonna have to cut it down to let's try halfway between the knob. That's decent. If I put them in here, they're way too big. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to use my little guys because they're just too small. So let me put them back in this little baggie I got them in. And let me further decide. Now, to warm this up a little bit so it flows better, I'm just going to kind of squish it between my thigh and the chair, basically, so that it gets warmed up a little bit with my body heat. All right. Sorry for that nail filing ASMR. I broke a freaking nail while I was doing it. All right. So with this one, that looks better, but I feel like it should still be a bit shorter. So let me cut off that first thorn. I like that better, so I'm going to cut these off right above the first thorn. And see how that looks. It shoves the leaves in there a little bit more, but I like that. So that's about how it would look. And then you add the card like behind it. And we'd be looking at something like, oh, well, the card fell off. Maybe I need to trim down some of these leaves. Debating. Like, I like the way the leaves look, but maybe on just one of them, the bottom leaves have to go for it to fit into the glass, the vase better. Okay. It's still kind of a lot of leaves. And I'm sort of wondering if all the bottom leaves have to go for them to be further. Because I feel like they should only be like this far above. Well, that's where the bottoms are. Okay. I'm going to get my pen and write my little message on here. And I'm going to put my friend who gave them to me's name on it. All right. And there it just says, "Ooh, Trisha, love Anna Lila." That's who gave them to me. I'm just going to set that over there and let it get sufficiently dry. Salvaged you all from listening to me open my can of pop and pop the top. You are welcome. Because no one wants to hear that. All right. So we've cut them down. I cut the bottom leaves off of one of them. And debating if I need to do that for another one. I'm also kind of wondering if I should affix them together here before trying to shove them down in there. And I think that's probably the way to go to kind of get them all. Oh man, there we go. To get them all bundled here before I put them into here. So had that kind of sitting there warming up. I'm going to put the little card over here to get it out of my way. Okay. Just opens right up. I don't know what that was. Okay. All right. So I've got them all kind of bundled to the same place where I want them. They're all got them kind of in a trifold triangle here, and I'm just going to trying to use my tweezers to hold them in that little bundle together so that tweezers are gonna straighten them all out, so that's not gonna work. So got them all the way I want them. Let me just kind of hold them here. Trying to figure out how to get them properly bundled without having to tape them. I don't necessarily want to do that, and I don't have a rubber band handy. Do I have it? I wonder if this would work. Hold on. I'm getting squirrely over here. So I have one of these little... No, that's gonna... Ooh! Nope. Almost. Okay, the little alligator clamp is sort of holding them the way I want them, which I'm going to stop moving around. See if I can. Wow, this is. Oy. Okay. I'm going to do this with my trusty total boat, since the water is not. It better flow, but usually in these I can kind of squeeze them and it comes like bubbles up to the top. But this ain't doing that. So I'm just gonna take a little dollop of the total boat. Ooh, hey, yo. No! Okay. They're all on there. So, shoot. Son of a monkey. Okay. I don't want to put my fingers any closer because I don't necessarily want to get. I mean, it cleans up fairly well with the alcohol, but I just would rather avoid it. So let me see if I can get. Okay, that all seems to be where it's gonna go. So I'm just gonna cure. Oh shoot, cure that real quick. Take the clip off. Move that the heck out of the way. Eek. And continue to cure that so that they all stay in this general configuration. Whoa! The Miniverse card is lit up like nobody's business. Okay. That seems to be mostly. Seems to be most of the way there, but not quite all. So I'm gonna kind of use this to just kind of hold the light on it for a minute. Hello, Kestrel. You are okay. It is late, but so was I. So it's all good. Thank you for coming. All right. So I'm just trying to get that, and then it looks like if everything goes well, the sourced from 100% Happy Mountains. That's what the resin that it came with says. Okay, so that all seems to be good. I'm gonna try to go in thin-ish layers. Okay, so there's a good dollop going in there. Let me just do another good dollop of the water. And we want to kind of shove those in to the water. And then set that. And they are holding. So this says to cure the resin for 5 minutes, which is excessive. That's what I was trying to say. That is excessive to cure it for 5 minutes. It feels like it's excessive anyway, but maybe not. So got that. And now I just need to get more of the water in there. So I am gonna try this. Maybe I need to pour this out into a little receptacle. Let me just kind of MacGyver this cup to be a little receptacle. That's why I get those cups. All right. Because it'll be easier. Because this all kind of, you see it gloops. It gloops out, right? And it would be so much easier to get it down here with a more directed thing. So I don't think this is actually sucking I think the resin. Yeah, the resin's too thick for that. Okay, that's fine. So, what I guess I will do instead is just kind of make this into a little spout. Because I want to pour a little at a time. I don't want to make the same mistake as I did with the fish. And ooh, there. Don't want to make the same mistake as I did with the fish and have the pour too deep to really to cure right. But now it looks like I should have poured more in there to like fill up this bowl, because I'm not able to get the resin past it? Huh. I'm trying to shove this down and it's just kind of messing that up. So let me see what else. Oh, that's an idea. I'm going to use one of the other things and see if I can get a little. No, it doesn't seem to be going past. Alright, well, I wanted it, obviously, to go into the little bulb of the vase. And it is not doing that because it's kind of sealed by the stems. So, oh well. Honestly, with this one, like, It is what it is. Okay, I do want to get. I kind of like that it's hanging out above the flowers for the little card holder. So let's just do that. Sorry, this is kind of blocked from the camera, but I need to see it, how it's going in. Okay, it looks like it goes up to about where my finger is. It could definitely go up more than that and still look pretty realistic. So let's do that. Actually, there's kind of like a splinter where I cut the cup where it's not like, where it's kind of cut sideways, and it's helping to direct the resin like into where I'm pointing it. So it kind of works out there. I have found that their UV resin that comes with these kits is pretty thick. Oh, maybe it is finally seeping down in there. Ah, it is. I see bubble. Okay. So it has finally seeped down in there. Sweet. Okay. Wondering if I should go ahead and cure this now. The way it is. I'm going to let it sit for just a second to kind of get down in there. Yes, we definitely do not want a repeat of last time. Shudder the thought. Yeah, I can see it kind of finally dripping down there, but then there's this that's still in the like neck of the vase. So the thing is that I'm afraid if I cure it, then this will just really be plugged up, and then you'll see this big air bubble in here. Sorry. You'll see this big air bubble, and you really won't. It won't have any chance of filling up, which is what I'm hoping will happen. It'll fill up. That's why I'm kind of trying to get it all down there. I've already got some alcohol on my hand that I need to remove. Where did my spray go? It's over here somewhere. Alright. So it does seem to be kind of filling. Oh, that's the problem. Is that leaking? I really hope it's not leaking. Feels a little leaky. Just get some alcohol here so I can wipe off the sides where it's sticky. Maybe some went down the outside where I wasn't looking. Not sure. Very strange. Okay. Alright, it seems like it's gone down. So, let's try. So, this is the little, like, splinter I was talking about that seems to be doing a pretty decent job of, like, directing the resin down into the cup. And I'm still at this weird spot where I want to cure it before it gets too deep, but I don't want to plug off that hole. So I'm kind of in this weird spot where I'm not sure what exactly to do. Because obviously, if it were, you want it to be, well, I want it to be as realistic as possible. So if it were realistic, it wouldn't have the little bubbles. It wouldn't have a bubble, it'd be totally full. Let me see if I can get this down a little closer. There we go. So with the still not sure what to do about that bubble. Well, it was seeping down in there, so maybe there's still a way, if I cure it, for it to continue to seep. That's my dilemma here. Also, I just realized why this looks like it's upside down, because it's too far. Oh, it's too far away from me now. Let me just pour what is left in this little cap here in, and then I'll see how good it gets full, and if I want to go ahead and cure it then. Decisions, man. The first one of these I did was the unicorn popcorn, and because it was a glaze, like, it made sense that the UV resin was so thick, but UV resin that's supposed to be water, I feel like should be formulated a bit thinner. And I know that that exists because the total boat flows way better than the stuff that comes with the kit. And I don't want to necessarily use all my total boat instead of what comes in the kit, you know? I mean, in this case, it's clear, and so clear is clear if I don't have enough, which I've heard in some kits people feel like there isn't enough. Then I'll use the total boat, sure, but I'd really rather not. Because the UV resin is like, you know, a good part of why you pay for the kit. Just odd. Alright. I wonder if this isn't a toothpick, but I mean it has cotton on the end of it, but there it is. It's a toothpick underneath. Let's see if I can. Oh, well, so much for that. Just wanted to see if I could, like, push it through and get more flow. I can get some like little water drops on the. That'll be cute. Alright, I think that is gonna be as full as I can get it. Trying to get a good, like, water kind of drip off that one. Alright, well, just seeing if I can move the bubble, like, there we go. Alright. Oh no, there we go. Trying to get a little, oh gosh, way off camera the whole time, I'm sorry. Let me double hit it. Trying to get the little drops I put on the leaves and the rose. Bombarding this with UV from all sides, kind of situation. I've got this in there now. Going to take a second to wipe the outside off again because it's not. It must just be as I pour, there's like a little bit going on to the outside because it keeps getting slightly sticky, but it's clearly like it's clearly not leaking. So I just don't know what's going on there. That weirdness. Well, thank you. Let's oops, that's what I meant to do. Let's kind of set them on their side so you can see them better as I bombard them with the UV. The bubble doesn't bother me as much. I don't hate it. I'm getting sort of worried because I see what looks like a crack. Yeah, oh, that's interesting. The plastic is cracking. Huh. Maybe this light is too powerful. So I'm gonna stop using that light. And I'm going to see if I can get more of this out. And glooped in there. Okay. Okay. Filled it up a bit more. Alright. So what I'm gonna do now for this is I'm just gonna wipe off the edge of that because there is some left in there. Cap that back up. I've got it filled a little more. I'm gonna try to do some more like little dewdrops off of the leaves. I'm gonna hit it. See, this one is super, like, I almost wonder if it's working. Because this one has regular, like, regular just AA batteries in it. But that did work to cure my little water drops. So, showing it up close here, you can see how on the leaves I put some little like dewdrops of water. This is my favorite one where the drop is like coming off the leaf. But yeah, the plastic is sort of like you can kind of see it in the little bulb part. You can sort of see it vertically, like micro cracking. It's hard to show, but I really like, I can kind of pull them apart just a little. I love this little droplet. Maybe I'll do some more little droplets. I want a droplet where it's coming off of the okay. All right. Let me just, before I go too far, get my little water droplets here and here. And then this one will be done. I'm gonna put the little leaves that I cut off into my bag of extra stuff. Because who knows? The leaves might be a cute, like, kind of mint addition to something else later. I guess in the Miniverse community, they're referred to as remixes. Let me do that there so you can see. Yeah, in the Miniverse universe, they are referred to as remixes, and it's just whenever you like take pieces from one kit and make it into something else. So let me attempt and see if this will help you to see it better. There we go. So moving the light around, just trying to get it so you can see it really, really well. Up here in the camera, you can see the little drops I put on the leaves. See there, you can kind of see the cracks that I was talking about. They're very subtle, and they don't like go all the way through. And maybe it's not the plastic cracking, maybe it's just like the resin inside cracking, but it's visible and it's weird. But yeah, so there we have the roses, and we're just going to add the little card. Come on now. There we go. Like I said, my friend gave this to me, so that's why I am put her name on the card. Here we go. Cute, cute. All right. So those are done. Yay! I love them. Okay. Briefly, before we get to our next, I'm going to take a kind of break. And Kestrel sees the cracking and asks, could the resin be cracking? And as I kind of posited, that might be it. It might just be that this, because as you can see, like, this light really, like, it makes, this is the kind of light that you expect a black light to be. Like, if you've ever gone and played like laser tag or gone into like a ride that had black light and anyone wearing a white shirt is just like effervescently glowing all of a sudden, that's what that light does. It really, like, you can see the Miniverse thing, and then when I turn that light on, you see it just like light up and fluoresce like crazy. Whereas this other one, not, okay, now it's doing it just to spite me, I feel like. But it does not have quite the same, like, you know, traditional blacklight poster kind of blacklight vibe of the UV light. So, not sure what's going on. I'd like to make these, but my cats and dogs would destroy them, I'm sure. Okay, so here's the thing that I mentioned before, maybe before you came on. They come in this little ball, right? And the ball comes with this thing that you can put on to be a cloche. So the idea is that they come with a little table, and you could, I don't think this is going to work because I think it's going to be too tall, but the base also fits inside, so you can pop the base into this, and then you can put this on top. Now, again, for this one, it doesn't work because it's too tall. However, if you were to say have one that's you know, more like the pies or like the cookies and stuff, you could easily display them like that with the little cloche and the item on the little table. Now, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a display case for them because I'm not going to be whole hog on these. I've seen some that are cute. I am not going to be like, I need to make them all, I need to have them all, like a friend of mine. I'm just gonna, the ones that I think are cute, I'm gonna get. That's kind of all there is to it. So there we go. There's the roses. And the display cases, I'm not getting anything crazy. You can get them for like $20 on Amazon. Yep, that's a proper blacklight. Had one in my bedroom as a teen. I mean, didn't we all? Even in the 90s, they were coming back. There was that whole back corner of Spencer's that had all the blacklight posters. You know, that's how we do. All right, so I'm gonna show this. Now we have the cookies and the chocolates, and I think I know which one I would rather do, but because I kind of feel like I want the chocolates for last since there's a mold involved. But let's see what it gets us here. Sorry, United. I'd love to go to Australia, but alright, cookies! Yay, cookies! Okay. So let me just take a swig. And we're going to break out the cookies. This one's the cookies. Briefly, let me put these. Now, I dipped those in resin, so I'm going to leave them out. But the extras, because there is some left in there. All right. I've got them all back in my baggie. Okay. So, cookies. Actually, I need a did I put? That's stupid. I don't know. When I had to dig out something, I moved a bunch of stuff and stuff fell over. It's kind of a war zone on the other side of the camera here that you can't see. Uh, so I don't know what happened to the little spray bottle of alcohol that I had. But all right. So cookies. All right. So the cookies we have on a little tray. We have the cookies themselves, the little thing, glaze that has a little nozzle top, the heart-shaped sprinkles, and the words. The word sprinkles. Okay. And I'm wondering if I also want, and looking at this is going to be the cookies as well. So we've got the cookies plus the glaze plus the items. So that's what we get to make these cookies. Jesus. Okay. All right. So these are very cute. I'm going to open it up. Come on now. Get the fuck. Okay. So we've got Cutie. Alright. Cutie and Hugs and XOXO. I think this one says love. Yes, it does. Love. Yes. It's interesting. And kiss, I think. Yeah, that one says kiss. All right. So, a little thing aside. And then see, this is also like the attention to detail, okay? There's a little like shaker lid insert. So you're not just gonna dump them all out. Siri, nobody's talking to you. All right. Ooh. Let me just kind of cure what was in here so that I can toss it out. Ah, yes, the chaos of crafting is redonkulous sometimes. Okay. All right. So that I'll put into my trash bag over here. Come on, man. Okay. Trash bag. So this glaze is going to, let me pull the cookies off their little okay. I guess I have to cut this. Yeah, because otherwise this was not coming off. There we go. All right. Okay. So we don't really need this if we're gonna. I don't think all 6 can or all 9 can go on here. How many are there? Oh, there's 8. Hmm. We could probably get 6 on here, but we're not gonna get all 8. That's the back side of the cookie. Hmm. I guess some are gonna get like. Where's that little thing again? I guess some are gonna get stacked up, but that's a kind of bummer. Yeah, this shows them like stacked. Hmm. Oh, I understand why the other one has the little spatula now, so you can pull them up out of the mold, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to use that to kind of spread the glaze. Actually, let me just do the trick over here. I'm got it shoved between my leg and the side of my armchair so that I can warm it up a little bit. And I'm gonna put this and the baking sheet, I guess, into my bag of extras over here. I'm wondering if I want to bust out these sprinkles from the chocolates to put on some as well. These little like caviar bead sprinkles. I think I do. That's gross. Okay. These would be cute on one around the letters. And if it's anything like the sprinkles from the popcorn, I did not nearly use all of them. So, okay, I get the baking sheet if you don't have like this silicone, surface here like I do. It would be helpful to have something that it doesn't matter if trying to make sure I have these like right side up before I start pouring. It's very subtle, but they do have like a rounded side that's the top and then a just straight up flat side that's the bottom. That one was upside down. That one's fine. Like even the texture is a little different. Like, okay, so you see the texture of the top and then the texture of the bottom. I don't think it's going to show you, but it's a little more like spongy on the bottom. Kestrel asks, are you supposed to cure each cookie individually so you can stack them on the tray perhaps? Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely each cookie is supposed to be individually cured so that you can stack them on the tray. And I'm going to make each one individually. But I don't know, I kind of like the idea of like, this, ain't going nowhere. It's self-contained. It's all, you can't pull these out again. If this, I'd be tempted to even do that with the card so that it's all one unit. And so I kind of, ideally, I'd like to put a dollop of resin on here to keep them all stacked on here nicely, but that's just not, for these ones, it's not possible. So I will just, once again, use one of these little baggies that I have from various things that I've ordered and keep them in there all together, excuse me, until I'm ready to get my display case and put them on display. And I'm getting a case so that I don't have to worry about these little tiny things getting dusty, because no one wants that. Okay, so pull out my little resin spatula, get the resin from an off-camera project off of it. Okay, open that. See, these ones, you kind of bloop, and it just kind of bloops. Okay. So, honestly, I think I'm just gonna bloop. I'm not sure I really need the nozzle. Just the way I'm doing it. Kind of take the glaze, as it were, the frosting, to the edges, but like not all the way, because you want to see the cookie underneath. Okay. Debating. Oh no, you can't see that. There we go. Debating if I want to cure that and put another coat on, or put the sticky in now. I think I'm gonna cure it, put another coat on, and use the second coat to hold the sprinkles and whatnot on it. Okay, so that is tacky but cured. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so you can see it better. All right, so let me do another. Actually, maybe I do want to put the little nozzle onto this, because it does like gloop a little much. Okay. Yeah, it definitely needs like the second layer just to kind of deepen the color, so that it's more like frosting than a glaze. Okay. And I think for this one, I'm going to put hugs on it. And then well, it does have a good dusting of these. Okay. Let me. Can I get. Okay, I didn't want you right in the center, bro. No. There we go. All right. That's gonna be adorable. All right, let's hit it. I'm glad I pulled out the sprinkles from the chocolates because the sprinkles from the cookies are cute, but when you've got like the huge letter on it or the huge word on it, it's a little much to just be the huge word like in the pictures. I think for the sake of timing for these, I'm gonna cure them for as long as it needs to cure, and then do a big cure later. How cute! All right, that one goes on the tray. Okay, let me kind of use this card to collect all the little caviar bead, non-peri, non-perils. I don't know how they're supposed to be. Okay. Next. Got the kind of first coat of glaze. I feel like I'm using the techniques that I have learned, quote unquote, by watching like those cookie decorating videos on like YouTube that are just kind of like you zen out and watch them decorate a cookie in a way that you could never do because you are not a pro cookie decorator. But like just okay, this is how you kind of get the frosting out to the edges. I'm just gonna, pick up techniques where I can pick up techniques. Dang it! All right, let's cure that one. While I'm doing that, hello, Daily Dysfunction. Good to see you. I have to share with you, since you all were here the last time, in our epic, like almost 5-hour stream, which I'm hoping this one will not be that long. But at least we're actually getting stuff made and done in this one. Somebody left a comment and they were like, "Oh my god, why is this almost 5 hours?" Like, we were having a good time. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you, man. It's like I did what I can to make it clear that these are kind of hangout streams and not really a how-to, because I would have to know exactly what I'm doing for it to be a how-to, wouldn't it? And clearly, as evidenced by last week, I don't know what the hell I'm doing sometimes. We're all just doing our best is what's going on. So that's how it's gonna be sometimes. Hey Lindsay, good to see you. People who don't regularly watch live streams just don't understand. It's like people who watch Lawyer You Know, who go to watch Emily for the first time. Oh my goodness. Yes, yeah, who don't watch long streams, I mean. Yes, it is on my proverbial bingo card that somebody is going to come into Emily's chat and say, "Emily, be quiet. I can't hear court." That's not how we do here, folks. But yeah. Okay, so I've got the second coat on there. I think I'm going to go with XOXO on this one. No. How dare you? Okay. I gotta wipe this one off and I will say, Kestrel says, like Ian's epic 5-hour Rust updates. I will say that they really need to be called like Rust update or today in court or whatever, because a recap they are not. A recap is a summary of what went on, not 5 hours worth of a 6-hour court day. So I understand if people come into there going like, this isn't a recap, why are we watching everything? But then again, you can't please everyone, because then there are people that are like, oh, but you're missing this part, you have to see this. It's like, whoa, is it a recap where he's looking at just the highlights, or are you just wanting him to do live court but in the evening when you can watch it? Like, what's going on here? What are you looking for out of this scenario? These are cute, but they're like a little big for this particular, and I feel like they're not coming off my tweezers well enough. Like, let me see if I can, like, no, that's not working. I already used that toothpick up, or I would just like, actually, let me see if I can. Okay, I kind of like lick my finger, I can get it up and on there. That works. Cause yeah, it's just kind of sticking funny to my tweezers. There we go. Kind of want just the white ones, but not the whole like mix on there. All right. Yeah, I love it when people tell EDB to stop talking. It's like, why are you here, sir, ma'am? Wrong channel. Yeah, definitely. And that's what we tell them. Like, hey, it's not everybody's cup of tea. There are plenty. You can go to Law and Crime. You can go to Court TV. Plenty of other places. Waiting for the day Ian's recap is longer than the day's testimony. It'll come. I don't know what day. It'll come. To be fair for Ian, he is summarized. You could easily go twice as long if sleep weren't a factor. Yeah, totally. He absolutely could. Okay. Debating if I want to futz around and get my other bag of like resiny inserts, because it is over there and there's a lot between me and it. So hang out for a second. I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm back with my stuff. So, I do have the little finger cuts that I think I'm going to use, which I probably should have had gloves on and been using those before, but okay, so I have a couple of things here. I have my little tin But I don't know what came in this originally. Oh, cotton swabs. Came from Dollar Tree. But what I have in it is a bunch of little, like, jars of caviar beads and whatnot for nail art. And I used these clear ones in my Uber float to simulate the carbonation. Now, they're pretty clear. I'm not sure if they're going to show up the way I want them to on this. But I also have in here pink ones, and I've got some, like, pink hearts, and I've got some, like, red ones, but that's kind of what's in there. So I just want the lighter ones. I thought I had some, like, pearly white ones, and I don't think I do. I'm kind of looking in my bag o tricks here. But what I also have that I want to use, I think, are these little lips somewhere on here. I don't know how or where, but they look like they're kind of the same thickness as the sprinkles that are hearts. So I think they could work somewhere. Like, yes is a weird word for a cookie. I don't get it. Cutie is cute. Love. XOXO. Ooh. All right. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off this heart-shaped one. And I'm going to put on the big white kissy lips under the XOXO. Yeah. All right. Let me cure that. Oh, you know what? Boom! I have made myself a curing chamber. Okay, let me see. I wonder if the yes is for yes, I will marry you. Yeah, like, otherwise it's weird. I agree, and maybe it is, but I don't know. It's just strange. Love my clear and iridescent ones. They're my favorite. These are a little iridescent, but not much. I could get more, but I've had these for like a literal decade, and I've never really used them on my nails because when you're talking about your nails, it's like an individual placement thing, and it's such a pain in my butt. I just have not really and they come off as you're doing stuff, because I don't do acrylic nails, I just do my natural nails, so they never really stay on that well. So I'm happy to use them with resin stuff. Oh, that's another good point. Instead of will you marry me, it could be a will you be my Valentine? Yes. Alright, I get it. I mean, good thing there's not a no in here, though, you know what I'm saying? Somebody would be very, very disappointed. Alright. So there we go. The XO. I don't know. The lips are a little big, but it's cute. Okay. XOXO cookie. Now, for our next cookie experience, let's it spread on there. Get it to the edges. Incidentally, apropos of nothing, this is one of the best tools I've gotten from Temu for resin crafts because it's a metal pole inside, it's silicone, it's got the little spatula end and the little spoon end that's really easy to like kind of dip into like mix-ins and things like that. I'm gonna try to get this a little closer to the sides because it does kind of back off on its own because it's pretty self-leveling. So I think I could cover more of the cookie. With this first layer. Eek. Got some on me. Reach. Yes. These were the little lips, the little kissy lips were nail art things. Hold on. I will show you. I went a little nuts on Temu, and I've gotten this is the one that I went nuts on. And I got like those. I got ladybugs, and I made for a friend of mine that likes ladybugs for Christmas. I made her a keychain that was her like first initial with the ladybugs in it. I've got little mushrooms, which are kind of big for a nail, but that's what they were, branded as. And then I just recently got these. Oh, it's real hard to see what they are. There we go. These butterflies that for another friend's birthday coming up in May, I'm going to make her a letter with her stuff. But yeah, they all work real great. I've got tons of like these little wheels of things that I got for nail art that I just, maybe tried on my nails a couple of times, but then it was like, okay, this stuff gets, stuck and pulls off, and I don't like it, so I didn't want to use it again. So various stuff that I maybe tried on my nails and then was like, nope, it works better in resin. A no would be hilarious. It always reminds me of there's the scene in Liar Liar where the ex-wife and her, played by Maura Tierney, and her boyfriend, played by Carrie Ewells, are on the plane, and he says, "I love you," and she's drinking something, and it kind of comes out, and she says, "Thank you," and he's like, "That's not exactly the response I was looking for." Whenever I see somebody who's like, "I love you," "Oh, thank you," or doesn't say it back, or says no to a proposal, I always think of that scene. "I love you. Thank you. Not the response I was looking for." Okay. I think with this one, I'm just gonna go crazy with these little sprinkles. Maybe I'll put one pink lips. Hmm. Hmm. Oh man. Uh. Yes. Yes. Iridescent flakes. You say? Um. I also have these that actually came from the dollar store. It's like silver foil, and I have a gold and a rose gold as well. So I haven't tried abalone shell flakes, but I do have these tiny shells because I like to make. I have bigger shells. I like to make magnets with the shells, and then I have like a silhouette that's mermaids and stuff. It looks cool. Okay, so let me sheath up. I'm sure that looks lovely. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Oh wait, I'm not monetized. All right, you just get the next layer on here. Okay. Trying to keep that well over there to make sure it doesn't get accidentally hit with the UV light, because the first time it was coming out of the nozzle really well, and then the next time it was a little harder to get out of the nozzle, so I'm wondering if I hit it accidentally a little bit. I don't know. Okay. That's good. Distribution. Move it up a little bit more. Get that out of the way. All right. I'm still like so unsure about what to do on this one. If I want to put this little like kissy lips, yes. I'm gonna put that in the center, and then put the come on, man. I was just saying that the little like cap that keeps them from just dumping is a nice feature until it wouldn't let any out. Okay, that guy is upside down, which is no bueno. Okay, that one is on its side. No. Ah! Son of a. Still see that? Yeah. All right. Hmm. No. It's trying to kind of pack them on this one. They're all trying to go on like they're all trying to grow rogue on me. There we go. Not my favorite one, because now the white looks too pink, but it is what it is. Alright. Have them off of the little bit there. Let me think I can get one more on there, and then it would be a little more symmetrical. All right. That is good enough for me. One of the other kits that's not a Valentine's kit is chocolate covered strawberries. And they come with like the little strawberries and like the chocolate resin, excuse me, that you dip them in and stuff. They're really cute. And what a friend of mine did for my birthday was she took the mold that came from the Valentine chocolates and some purple like jelly resin and made me gummies and took the little case that's like similar to this one but not quite, but you see how this one's like molded with spots in it. Took the case from the strawberries, from the chocolate covered strawberries, and made me my own little box of gummy candy for my birthday. It was very cute. All right, so show you this one. Not great. I don't like how the frosting kind of got up and around all of these, but you know, out of 8 cookies, some could stand to not be great. All right, let's go next round. That frosting on there. Up to the corners. They look weird, but they come in handy. I like using them for doming and putting a top coat. I don't want to ruin a whole glove. Oh yeah, totally. I actually the finger cots is what they are actually called, and yeah, they do come in handy. I get to what I'm doing, and then I forget that I even have them. Yeah. Sorry. I made the mistake of having steak at lunch, so the whole rest of the afternoon has just been kind of snoozy. All right. Now, think I'm gonna go for, oh, let's get the next layer on. Whoop. How dare you flip over like that? Get on there. I know it's like off camera right now, but I have to fix it from flipping over. Okay. Wipe up where it flipped. Get that back on screen. All right. 2. Even that out a bit more. I think I'm gonna go with Cutie, except there's like, from where the mold like hung on, there's like a little nubbin that I want to get off, or at least try to get off first. There's my, I had a nail file here, maybe that'll work. Okay, it's not as noticeable now. All right. Let's go with Cutie. And then I'm just gonna do some of the hearts again. Come on, man. There we go. Couple of, maybe I just want the couple of hearts and not like 3. No, I like that. That's cute. Okay. I like that the way it is, so I better cure it. Lock that shit in tight. Tight. This is what we've got so far, since it's focused in on the back of the thing. Hopefully it'll focus on those. Yeah, more or less. I'm not loving the one all the way on the end. It almost looks like strawberries, but I don't know. They're cute. I think the hugs is still my favorite, with the little nonpareil. I don't know how they're actually pronounced. Beauty cookie. That one is done. All right. I was unsure if I wanted to do another one like the hugs, where it's just the letter and then the little non-Pirellis caviar bead sprinkles that came with the chocolates. But I think I want to do maybe the kisses one the same. Okay. There is a little hair or something. Pull that out. Give this a here. Okay. Little tacky, but it's fine. Okay. Then I need to wipe that nozzle off a little. Need another coat on there. Whoa. Almost used the wrong tool there. I would not have liked that. And again, I could have just wiped it off, but you know. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do this time, so that I don't lose a bajillion of the little non-Pirellis, is do my best. There we go. To kind of actually, maybe that's where this one could come in handy. I need to yeah, there we go. Okay. Got that one on there. I'm gonna put the little kiss. And then, whoa! Oh, that was a nightmare. Look, there's so many fell out that if I move this, it's like air hockey. It just glides on the ones that are under it. Oh, jeez. It is stacked. Look at that. Stacked. There's so many on it. It's too late now. That's what happens when in real life when you get crazy with the sprinkles. Oh, that's epically comical. Okay. I am going to use the little card. Oh, there's holes in here. I'm still gonna do it. Okay. Got my fingers over the holes. And I'm gonna, while that's curing, get over here, the little card, and just kind of corral the bunch of beads. Oh, get over here. Oh, that was crazy. Okay. Okay. Corral all these little beads off my work area and onto the little table top so I could put them back in the jar or just toss them out. It's one of those things where it's like, so that's how many I like wasted, quote unquote. And I don't want to waste them and just throw them out. And I'm sure this is like the bane of all crafters' existence, right? But I'm like, oh, but I don't want to waste them. But at the same time, it's like, is it going to be easier to get those back in the jar that's this big? Or to just upend these that still has, that's still full, or upend these into my trash bag? I don't know. I'm just gonna try to use these on the chocolates and call it good. Okay, we've got. So I was going for the hugs and the kiss to look similar, but this is what we have going on instead. A little bit of hugs, a lot of kisses. Whatever. It is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna put that one over here. All right. Set that over there. Glaze this one up. Ooh. Isn't it just that way though? You get into a groove making something when you're making a bunch of them, and then you don't pay close enough attention to one, and just everything goes off the rails, and you're like, well, this one looks like it should be the first one that I did because it's the crappiest, but it's really the 15th. Complacency in crafting, man. Yeah. Daily dysfunction knows my pain. Lindsay with the practicality, it's less than a penny's worth, throw them away. I probably will. And with the truth, I say glitter is worse. Glitter is 100% worse because these things are not staticky. Like one did stick to like my sweater a little bit, but glitter, that shit sticks. It's just static for everything. Glitter you'll find in your house like 10 years later and think you would have when you haven't used glitter in 9 of those years. It's ridiculous. Yeah, glitter is the devil. Glitter is the herpes of craft supplies. And yet, do I still use glitter? Yes. But in only one project do I use glitter. The sparkle's good, but you know. Currently doing experiments with different add-ins, prepping for a future project, including glitter and mica. Yeah, the glitter's not so bad when you like mix it with a resin where something's keeping it. You know, if you use a bunch, it's easy to just pour it in, cap it, and not use it because it all gets, stuck again. So that's not so bad. But what I use it for is making glitter ornaments. So you pour like the polyacrylic inside the ornament and then put the glitter in and swish it around. And it's not as bad in that application, but it still does kind of get everywhere. And I get the same with glitter, like the same like stingy way with glitter too, where I'm like, okay, that's so little glitter like left over from pouring it into this, ornament that I should just 86 the rest of the glitter that's on the plate instead of trying to put it back in the container. But I still try to put it back in the container. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I know it doesn't cost shit and I should just let it be and let it go. But okay, so the last one we have, I'm not going to use the yes. Maybe I will, but love. I like the love. I think I'm going to go, ooh, you know what I'm going to do with the love? I'm going to kind of angle it like that. Put one heart. Come on. Man, maybe I will use these. I'm like overthinking it with this one. Love with just the heart. And then then the little shakies. Gonna move that one off the heart. Got more of the white ones back in there just to mix it up. I like that. I don't know why I always want to press the end of this like it's the button, because on this one it is. On this one the button is on the end. So I keep wanting to do that on the bigger one. And it's like, no, the button's over here, dummy. It's on the bottles, and a few always escape as I'm pouring. I've just resigned myself to glitter everywhere until the end of time. Yeah. It's just how it's got to be. put it on a piece of paper and try to slide it back in. Yeah, I do that with the glitter. I also use what am I thinking of? I also use um paper plates because they have like the the side, so it kind of keeps it all reined in. So I'll use the paper plates as well. Wait, do I have little? Hold on. Ooh, I might have some other little caviars in here. Yeah, this is in the wrong bag. Okay. I recently tried to reorganize my bags within my resin bucket and get all the mix-ins in one bag and all the micas in one bag and things like that. I think I have more. Oh no, this is just devil glitter. I thought I had more little. Oh no, I do. I've got some gold beads in here and some more red beads and some purple. Okay, so I've got some more caviar beads, but then I have chunky. Whoa, hi. I have chunky glitters. Yeah. Which I don't want to use on the cookies because it's going to just be weird on the cookies. But I do have more of these little gold caviar beads and some purple ones. I don't think I have. That is the ugliest color green. What am I going to use with these? I don't know. I definitely don't have white of those little beads though. So, okay. If it's the dollar store glitter, I don't mind so much, but the expensive flex resin stuff, I'm a bit more frugal. Totally get. And I get the ultra fine glitter from Walmart. I don't know what brand it is, but it's, whatever is in the craft aisle at Walmart. And that's what I get for the resin ornaments. Oh, some of these are stuck to the side. Oh well. So there's the love with just one heart cookie. I like that. Alright, I've got 2 more cookies. 2 more cookies. The only letters I have are the yes. Left are the yes, which I'm not. Still don't know that I would use those. So let's glaze it. All right. So with these, I don't yet have a cookie that is all the hearts only. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. Just have it all. Come on. There we go. An idea with this, but I don't know how well it'll work. I might just be throwing Caution to the wind here. Trying to like get some of these in a configuration to like upend the cookie in and then turn back around and it's not great, but it was kind of what I was going for. Wonder if I should just get another and like box cutter and get just the bottom out of it so that it is not showing any light on the outside. I do have like a nail lamp that I've used to use before I got the flashlight type cutters or UV lights, but I don't know. I never felt like it was really that effective. I don't know. It just seemed to take forever. But these also seem to take. And it still lets some out of the sides, but it doesn't have a, big gap in it. Okay. Let's. So this one's gonna be like. I'm got the finger caught on the wrong finger. Like I'm constantly trying to hold it with the other finger. So let me get that correct. Okay. And then I just want okay. That one's gotta go because it's like double stuck together. So if I can get them unstuck, they'll work. But oh, too many. there. Like, unstick from the damn finger cut, man. No, how do you both get off? Okay, that one's just like all hearts with a little bit of the sprinkles under it, so I dig that. Let's see. Lindsay says, I have a cheapo UV light that's like a nail lamp, but it's marked as for resin. It sucks. I ordered a hopefully better one, but it's not due to arrive until mid next week. Yeah, the one that I have, I think might be linked in the description. Probably not though, because I have been using these flashlight ones. But it is a sun UV, and it like plugs in to, it's like a USB plug-in, and it's decent, but it doesn't have on-off switches, which is kind of why I don't like it. And it's motion activated, so you have to, like, if I'm doing a resin project, I have to put something like a spoon or something under there to hit the light correctly. So I pulled it out to show you in a second here. This is the one I have, and it maybe costs like $20, but it's got like the, you know, the lights like this, and these are the motion sensors, so you have to slide it under just right, or you have to put something else under there that is solid to like trigger the, because it's used to like your hand going in there, so it's, you know, has a minimum height of like the width of your fingers. So my current one plugs in and has only one setting, a 45-second timer. Yeah, like, yeah, mine has a 90-second timer. If you do it like the back way. All right, so here is the all heart and some non-pareil cookies. And I think what I'm going to do for this last one is use these. So I'm going to use a red one. Do I want to use a red and light pink? Or a red and white? Get off. Or a red and hot pink, based on the other cookies. I wonder if I can put, no. Well, that's frustrating. I can't put a poll in chat from StreamYard. Lindsay says white and pink. I have a lot of red already. Yeah, there is a lot of red. The hearts are red. There's not too much pink. But hot pink or light pink? I think probably light. Okay. So I'm going to have the white. Let me move those. While we figure this out, I'll get the glazing. Come on, little glaze. You're on your final cookie. Don't fail me now. Okay. So Lindsay said white and pink, and then said hot pink to be clearer. I don't know if you can see it, but the little hot pink one actually is like glowing under the UV light there. Psychedelic, man. I just have to make sure that I don't do like I did with this one, whereas it got under the pink glaze and now looks like it was pink where it was white before. So actually, I think that is a better argument for the hot pink one, because that one already basically looks like it was originally this one when it was not. So that one goes back in. Red goes back in. Let's glaze it. Okay, good amount of glaze on there. I'm gonna wipe this little nozzle off. Oh, I have to take the nozzle off to put the cap back on. Okay. I'm gonna let it just kind of sit for a while then to drain out of the nozzle. Before I do that, get this spread out. All right. And then I just want oh, stop. Okay. Pink and the white. And some of the non-Paris. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we are at 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I am debating whether to do chocolates in this stream or leave the chocolates for another day. The chocolates have